Hello everybody, this is AK. I'm back. So I've not been feeling very well the past couple of weeks. Even though I said I there's a chance that I might not be able to make videos this month. Well, I've been able to find pockets of free time, um, and I did produce 3 videos earlier a few days ago, right? Where I didn't voice them because my throat wasn't feeling very good, right? But I hope they were useful to some of you. I know some people didn't like that they were just music, right? And with words on the screen for you to read, right? But I thought those videos were important enough to produce so that people would have a sense of calm in the current tumultuous market condition, right? And stay calm and buy stocks, right? And I shared in those videos how I bought some OCBC shares and some Alibaba shares, right? And so a friend suggested that if I'm able to voice a video again, I might want to talk a bit more about Alibaba, because some people might think that I'm very optimistic about Alibaba and I'm throwing in everything, including the kitchen sink, and they might do the same thing. Well, it's not like that, not at all. I did say that the plan for me is to have 3% of my portfolio invested in Alibaba shares. Currently, it's still less than 3%. It's maybe a bit more than 1% or under 1%. I'm not sure. Around 1%. So there's still room to grow my investment in Alibaba. And the current pullback that we have seen thanks to Donald Trump's crazy tariffs has provided such an opportunity. And I said the reason is because Alibaba isn't that much affected by tariffs. A big chunk of its business is domestically generated in China, right? And I didn't have much room on that screenshot, on that thumbnail to say other reasons why I think Alibaba's in a good place. And one of the things that is going very well for Alibaba is artificial intelligence, AI. And that is likely going to be the core growth engine for Alibaba in the years to come. And that's where they are going to be investing quite a bit of money. And AI is something that the Chinese have proven themselves, that they can do as much as the Americans can, and even better, using less resources, right? So they're able to do it better and cheaper. Like so many things that they are doing, they can do this better and cheaper. And Alibaba's latest AI model apparently is doing much better than DeepSeek, right? Which was what shook up the entire AI scene not so long ago. So I think Alibaba, where AI is concerned, is still early days and they have a lot of room to grow, right? And so, I talk about how I thought the intrinsic value for Alibaba was 160 Hong Kong dollars. I produced a video on that topic, and if you have not seen that yet, or if you want a refresher, I'll leave a link to that video in the description box below, why I thought it was 160 Hong Kong dollars. But now with AI thrown into the picture and how it could grow by leaps and bounds in the years to come, the intrinsic value could be a lot higher than 160 Hong Kong dollars per share. Right, so there are people estimating 190 Hong Kong dollars per share, 200 Hong Kong dollars per share. Some even estimate 220 or 230 Hong Kong dollars per share, but these are all estimates. But one thing's for sure, Alibaba is going to grow given the current trajectory and given the more supportive environment in China now for their high-tech companies like Alibaba. Right, so but without this AI growth engine, I think Alibaba will find it tough, right? Because if they are just an online retailer, like what Charlie Munger said, then it's a very competitive scene, right? So I think AI is going to be what sets them apart. So somewhat optimistic about Alibaba. And I think I need to also correct myself in the sense that I say $160 was what I thought the intrinsic value was. It's more a mean reversion, right? Basically 160 Hong Kong dollars is the mean share price for Alibaba. You take the 13-year mean or 10-year mean, and it's about 160 Hong Kong dollars. So you talk about intrinsic value, it could be a lot higher than 160 Hong Kong dollars, right? Because of this AI growth engine, right? So, but just a word of caution, I talked about policy risks in China before and how I was very hesitant about investing in Alibaba because of policy risks. I mean, the Chinese government, the CCP, could just shut down an entire industry if they want to, so the policy risk is still very much around. We've seen it in the past. It could happen again in the future. I just think it's less likely, but it could still happen. So don't throw in everything, including the kitchen sink, because policy risk is totally opaque. We don't know what will happen. But one can say the same thing about the USA now, policy risk, with Donald Trump being the president now. See what he has done with tariffs. He can just flip-flop, suddenly the tariffs are there, suddenly the tariffs are up, suddenly the tariffs are halted, paused, suddenly he has exempted tariffs on phones and computers. So his policies are just as risky as the Chinese policies. It's just as opaque. So policy risk now is not just in China, but policy risk also exists in the USA now. Right? So there's Alibaba, and my plan is to buy more if there's a further pullback, right? Let's say to $90, 90 Hong Kong dollars per share. I might buy more. I frankly don't think it will go down to 80 Hong Kong dollars per share again. This is based on technical analysis. The 200 days moving average has risen and it's providing support. Is now closer to 90 Hong Kong dollars per share than 80 Hong Kong dollars per share. 200 days moving average is a long-term moving average and should provide a stronger support. But of course, if things turn very bearish, that long-term support could break. Then we could see price going much lower. But at this moment, it seems unlikely. Right, so that's all I want to say about Alibaba. The next thing I want to say, since I'm making a video, I might as well do it at the same time, because I might not have a chance to make another video this month, or I might not feel like making another video this month. If you could hear the thunder in the background, because it's raining right now, so you can guess what time in the day I'm making this video. Anyway, the next thing is OCBC. OCBC, of course, I bought a bit more at, I think, under $15 per share. All right. And if the share price should drop to $14 per share, that's where I'll buy more. And if it should drop back to $13 per share, that's where I'll buy more again. OCBC's chart is pretty easy. It's like every $1 there you find some support. So it's quite easy. But there was also some intermediate support at every 50 cents. So like 14.50, 13.50. So if if we want to nibble, we could also nibble at every 50 cents decline in share price. I think the banks will still continue to do well, but they will have some more challenging times ahead, right? But the three local banks are very entrenched: DBS, OCBC, and UOB. I think they'll continue to do well enough. Why OCBC and not DBS and UOB? Because I think OCBC is still the least expensive amongst the three banks. Look at book value and all that. I think it's now 1.1 times book, which is similar to UOB, 1.1 times book. So if you want to, you can also buy a bit of UOB. But of course, I know some people prefer DBS. It's trading at a bigger premium to book. So it's entirely up to you. Alright, so I think that's all for this video. Have a good day, and if AK can do it, so can you. Bye bye.